This video is the start of my 90-day Rebuilding My Life series. I don't know exactly what I'll look like in 90 days or what exactly progress looks like, but I know I won't still be wandering and just going through the motions. Actually documenting a journey on YouTube. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. It's gonna be Sunday when this video is published and goes live, but right now it's actually Tuesday, February 24th. Okay, had to check the date. It is the 24th, it's the last Tuesday of the month. February flew by, like I feel like it always does, and it's been a really good, reflective, wholesome month, if I do say so myself. How was your February? Please let me know. Also, happy March. But as we get into March, I just felt like it was time. Like something has changed within me. Like something has changed. Something's brewing. And I'm just feeling a new wave of energy and a new surge kind of coming in. I may have said this before, I can't remember, but I feel like I'm the type that at the beginning of a new year, like in January, I'll feel a level of excitement because it's a new year. But I honestly spring with spring, like I just feel like I just get my momentum and my sea legs under me and all of that good stuff like by the time March rolls around. So here we are, and we're actually going to be kicking off with a new series, which I'm calling the 90-day Rebuilding My Life at 30 series. I love a good challenge, a good transformation, a good progress update and progression type of video. Last year I did my Holy Girl 40 challenge and loved that. So check out that video if you haven't seen it already. But this one we're amping it up a bit, doubling the days. I didn't even realize that, but yeah, like 90 days. We're locked in, we're committed for 12 weeks for a quarter. And I really just wanted to challenge myself, stepping out of my comfort zone and kind of trying new things and all of that good stuff. So I wanted to really try actually documenting a journey on YouTube. I just haven't really seen content like that. So I figured, well, hey, let's just create it then. So let me tell you about this series that we have coming up. To me, 2026 isn't giving like reinvent yourself, new year, new me, becoming unrecognizable energy. This year for me is all about coming back home to myself, drifting for me, and how I've kind of honestly found myself just drifting a bit and wandering a tad bit aimlessly over the last couple of years has honestly just looked like a lack of conviction. If I'm being so for real, I lacked conviction. I wasn't following through on my word. I was not sticking to the responsibilities and tasks and promises that I made to myself. Like my discipline would come in spurts. I'll say that. I was going to say nowhere to be found, but honestly, it just came in spurts, in kind of random waves. If I was achieving an outside of myself large goal, discipline would be there. I would lock in and I would clock in. I'd be there to get my master's degree, for instance. I showed up. I showed up day in and day out. I wasn't playing any games. I was very serious about it. Same with buying my first house. Like, that was a different state of mind, you know? And lately, I think I felt so stuck and drifty a bit. Like, I'm not seeing my life progress. If I'm looking at my life from the outside in, knowing the intimacy I spend every day, every second of every day with myself. So I know the realities of my routine and what I'm really doing, the times when I snooze the alarm, the times when I actually get up with the alarm, etc. I have a front row seat to the things that I'm actually doing in my life. And I just feel like I was coming up to this friction point with myself at the start of this year where I really said enough is enough. I'm tired of not showing up for myself. I'm tired of living to a standard that I unspokenly set for myself of almost, you know, of shrinking myself to a certain degree to fit whatever mold for whatever reason, even if that was a fear of failure, even if it had nothing to do with anybody else external to me. But inside I was like, well, but what if this doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I don't succeed? However you want to phrase it. I would kind of have that inner monologue going on and all of the cycle of questions and fall into analysis paralysis. I really just wanted to start documenting this journey because I feel like I'm not the only one who's experienced a level of being stuck in their life. Like, and things could be going just fine, but I'll be honest, I wasn't made and I'm not built to live a life that's just fine. I was not made to settle, you know, like, oh my gosh, one of my favorite quotes is, your comfort and your calling cannot coexist, so step into your calling today. I love to say that. It's a sticky note up on my board right now. I just had to look at it to remind myself. But I love that quote because it's so real. I've just gotten comfortable in the last couple of years and found myself complacent and settled in an area, in a time, in a season of life that I wasn't meant to settle. You know, like, I don't know. I've always felt like for all of my adult life, I've been driven to an extent. I've been driven to a degree, but that drive that's existed within me has been very external validation facing. Like, the mirror that I was looking at and the lens that I was looking at my life through was wow, did not mean to get emotional. I'm going to push through this and then probably pause and come back because I do want to make this point that I was looking at my life through a lens of how would somebody else accept this or value it? Is someone else pleased with the work that I've done? Is somebody else proud of the work that I've done? And that came before how I would feel about the work that I was doing, you know, like in every area, in every area. And I think there's just something a little bit hard with saying that out loud. And so, hi, hello. But I also think that that's kind of the point of this series as well. And the reality of documenting it. Because one of the things that I had written down and journaled is outside of alignment of where I'm at right now is living a highlight reel life. I don't want to be living in an existence that looks externally pleasing because what it gets me in return is sometimes a short fuse, like quick hit dopamine of external validation. And so when I kind of receive, you know, feedback, specifically when it is like a comment or a compliment on something that I have achieved that wasn't in alignment, where I wasn't first checking with myself, like, am I proud of myself? You know, asking those questions, am I proud of myself? Like, do is this a good energy expenditure for me? Or is this something that I'm just kind of doing because someone said it was a good idea and I don't want to let them down? Or I bet I could do that. If someone doubts me, like, oh, I bet I can do that. But it's like, is that what I should be doing? Or does that have nothing to do with me? So even like things like that. Yeah, that's kind of really how I have spent this past season, that I'm very much so exiting. And I think part of making this exit, I was about to say exodus. Oh, I'm in it. But a big part and a big driver of making this exit from this season, shedding this old layer of skin and these things that don't fit me anymore. I've now outsized it. My perspective has grown so far beyond the little box that it was contained in for so long, So that's just kind of how I'm feeling. I wanted to take this time to really like document it, capture this process of what does it look like to actually be radically honest with yourself day in and day out, and make the best attempt that you can, putting one foot in front of the other, to show up for yourself and accomplish what it is that you set out to accomplish for yourself, for your life, not according to anyone else's expectations, any hope for validation, any hope for approval, any hope for acceptance. With all of that cast completely aside, not in the equation at all, what does it look like to design the life that you really want to live? That's the question. That's the question that I want to answer. And so, yeah, I'm taking this journey. I'm taking the plunge, and I want to really just get into it with you guys. Like, show up consistently, regularly, give you guys updates on how I'm progressing, just the things that I've been able to kind of do and all of that good stuff. Next, I just want to quickly touch on my alignment and out of alignment list. I wrote it up last night, did a nice little quick brain dump in this really cute notebook that I got from Amazon. It is the Rifle Paper Co. company. Super cute stuff. I think I have a planner or like other notebooks from them that I got for Christmas. But yeah, I just picked up a set of like 3 really skinny notebooks, non-committal. Something about like 60 pages or less just feels like, okay, we can one and done this. We can get in, we can get out. No expectations. I'm going to release my inhibitions, all of my thoughts, all of this process. I'm just a very much so pen to paper girly. So that's how I'm sketching it all out. But it started with a brain dump. So the first question I'm kind of asking myself is, in this identity shift, what's in alignment and what's not in alignment? And the things that I have listed here, I'll give you like a little preview. I just want to kind of call out a couple, I guess, that catch my eye right away. But the first one that I put on the side of thriving aligned is to put God first and at the center of my life. Because period, if I'm at the center, I'm adrift. And that's tea. Also, reaffirming boundaries, moving and kind of accomplishing things or doing things with excellence. So on the opposite side is perfectionism, or waiting for things to be perfect or meet a certain standard, invisible expectation, all of that to the left, misaligned. So yeah, excellence is the standard. As long as I gave it my best shot, like check mark, she's done. Being authentic. And on the other side of that is that highlight reel of life. My content consumption lately has significantly decreased. I'll be honest, I'm on YouTube. I'm not really on any other apps right now because I'm so overwhelmed and overstimulated. Every time I open one of the apps and I get to scrolling, and it's like, I feel like the hooks are all just trying to sell me something, and I'm trying to get to the meat of it. And then I'm wondering, is this real or is it the highlight reel? And so, yeah, so leaning much more into authenticity. And I just want to be learning more. Ooh, this one's a good one. Being financially managed. My money management. I should go back and highlight that one. We're going to be going through that also in the next 90 days, leveling up the finances. But I want to be a good steward of my life and eat healthy and movement. Those two are tied to probably what you'll see in 90 days is like a physical transformation. Yeah, skin health journey, all of that good stuff. We'll be taking it a day at a time. But yeah, on the other side of the sheet, I have my column of things that are out of alignment or misaligned. And the first one at the top is clutter. Agreed. Clutter and excess. I put abundance on one side and then excess on the other. And I feel like abundance is a totally different mindset shift. Like living abundantly, having an abundant mindset just hits so different. It's like the abundance comes from within. Is that even how it's defined? I don't know. I don't know. But that's like how the word abundance feels to me. It's like something that comes from within versus excess, which feels like just stuff around you, you know? And as someone who currently has like 18 plus empty notebooks, 100 plus pens, I think we could whittle down some things and declutter for sure. So mega declutter content upcoming in this 90 days. What else? I put comparison, gossip and negativity, just engaging in it, being around it, period. Misaligned for me. Like all good vibes over here. You know, I'm a big promoter of good vibes, and that's just period. I also put fear. Ooh, yeah, that was a good one. Insecurity or shrinking myself, and old unhelpful habits, laziness, like things like that. So I just kind of brain dumped what's like aligned with me right now and what's misaligned. And I just plan to be walking in alignment. Earlier, I did write down some goals, like things that I'm kind of specifically focused on in these next 90 days and things that I'm looking forward to. So I'll just like insert those clips right in here and we'll just talk about it real quick. Okay, so I wrote down that I want to, first, the big one, the number one thing is to clear and declutter what no longer aligns. I put under that storage and environment. So I do have an external storage unit. She's jam-packed. So we're going to go through that and try to whittle it down to at least half its current size. And then environmentally, literally meaning my direct environment here around me, just spaces in my area, in my office, in my room that are cluttered. I'm on a purge. I'm on a purge. I just want to get rid of everything that does not align. And I want to gift it away. I want to give it away to someone who will appreciate it, who will use it, who maybe needs it. All the extra clothes, books, notebooks, pens, everything. The second one is to train for and run first 5K. I wrote down first, not really thinking, but I did run a 5K last year. And this year, I just want to improve my time and run it a little bit faster if possible. So that'll be coming up in 90 days. And yeah, something we're going to be working on. Then I also want to deepen my faith and read the Bible daily. So that's a big goal. I'm documenting now a real identity shift. And so walking in that new identity, I think this makes these goals a lot more realistic and attainable. It just hits different because it feels like, yeah, this is what I would do because this is who I am, you know? I also want to learn chess and get better at playing. I've been learning chess since the start of the new year on Duolingo, and I love it. I love Duolingo, and I want to get better at playing. So yeah, right now I lose a lot of games, but you know, it's okay. I will get better. Then I also want to be consistent with the gym and my nutrition. I just want to be eating better. Ooh, that last one I threw on there was no DoorDash. Wait a second. I'm gonna have to delete DoorDash. That's okay. Sayonara, sayonara. We're gonna delete the app, and yeah, like no fast food. You know, really just limiting the amount of grab and go foods that I do. I want to do better at cooking from home and really try my hand at cooking. Every time I cook something, I like it. I think other people like it, but I like it. I love my cooking. So I just want to be making more meals at home and things like that. And then, yeah, being consistent with my workouts. So I put gym, but gym anywhere, just gonna move my body every day is the bottom line there. And then I want to build and follow a better budget and track my spending. So those are the things that I'll like insert a picture or something like that on the screen so that you guys can just kind of like see. But yeah, those are the things that we're going to be just getting after in the next 90 days. And I would love to hear if there is something that is on your heart or on your mind, some type of transformation that maybe you're craving. maybe if you've also been feeling stuck, or like, man, that was a resolution I've put on my list for 3 years now, like I'm ready to do it, I want to do it, then I'm happy to take the lead. Part of that is this: I'm going to show up week by week with evidence and proof, just proof stacking that we're going to do what we say we wanted to do. We're going to follow through on the promises to ourselves and build better discipline, build better habits, and just become consistent until that new identity, that new reframing, that new habit, whatever it is, just can really marinate and seep in so deep that it's like it doesn't become a question anymore. It's just who you are. So yeah, if you're also in a quiet rebuilding season, let's do this together. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for our first check-in. Roll call. Okay, bye.